What's up guys, welcome back for another Yugioh Pro Duel video. Lunalight, Master Rule 5, like, this is some BS. I'm not really sure if you already have played this, but I mean, if you have the opportunity or if you want to try out like Lunalights in Master Rule 2020/Master Rule 5, it's ridiculous, especially because they have access to Azotov still. You know, it's banned in the most recent OCG Forbidden and Limited list, and no way it's going to survive in the TCG as well up until, well, you know, like April 1st, when Master Rule 2020 is going to, start, I guess. Anyway, so rank 4 spam with some time thieves as well as basically some extra extenders, and I'm also using the new time thief, and I'm not going to butcher her name, Perpetita, so something like that, you know what I mean. Solid addition for the deck. It gets your, at least basically gets more interruptions, especially during your opponent's play. And if you're able to open with one of your time thief cards, basically they're Stratos alike, the blue one here in my hand, you can just reborn it and I get a search, etc. So it's a fantastic card. So as I mentioned before, the fact that this deck can easily spam out multiple level 4s to your side of the field, because for whatever reasons the Lunalights are not once per turn, at least the effect, well, it's restricted per copy, as you know, but, you know, I mean, as a thought, prevents your opponent from using hand traps, so no Ash Blossom, no Failure isn't really that great against all of the cost effects, and Ash Blossom is okay, I guess. Nibiru as well, but as a thought, just says no. And okay, there's still impermanence, but well, even one impermanence is not going to cut it. So anyway, this is, I feel, a standard opening field for the deck, especially Tornado Dragon having the potential spell and trap pop during your opponent's turn, having the Appaloosa negations also on the field, and if you happen to open with the Time Thief level 4, you're able to search out their Infernity Barrier, if that makes sense. And also thanks to Redoer or Redower, however you want to pronounce it, you can interrupt any of your opponent's plays by, well, let's say banish itself, by detaching a monster, and then of course, because of the new one, the new Time Thief Exceed, you can attach directly a trap card from your deck to your, Time Thief Redoer or Redower. So again, yeah, to send something back from your opponent back to the deck. So that's fantastic, it's interruptions, it's an interruption and it protects your Appaloosa. So as a whole, this deck is quite ridiculous if you think about it, and I think for this particular deck, your what is it called? Perpetua, I believe the name is, the new Time Thief, is not yet confirmed for the TCG, but I feel that you're getting this right. Is it needed for the deck? No, not really. I mean, it's just an extra addition, but it's very cool since there are so many options you can, all these other rank 4 exceeds you can make, or links, that is, for more negation. So it's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, if you have the option, you could definitely main deck as well. And in the first duels, I wasn't main decking or forgot to main deck Excite at night, but more of that within the next couple of moments. So again, as a thought, no way it's going to like make, especially for the TCG April 1st, 2020, it will be banned, otherwise it wouldn't make much sense. So Perpetua, again, Redower returns to the field, attaching something from my opponent's top deck, which I think was a spell. Okay, so that's cool, I will get an extra draw. And of course, thanks to the new Time Thief, I can just attach a trap from my deck to Redower. So again, getting the basic interruptions during my opponent's turn, and just make sure that I won't get Nibiru right. Still having Appaloosa on the field as well, so again, I can freely special summon so many monsters, and there is indeed the Nibiru, but that will be negated by Appaloosa. Nibiru is only once per turn, right? So going second, as you know, like, the thing here is about Lunalights, is that I don't think there are any cards from the archetype that are limited. I mean, it's 3 tanky, like, you know, I think everything is at 3, right? Yeah, I think so. And there are so many interactions and 2-card combos that are able to interrupt your opponent's field, let alone they have dangers, they have spell and trap destruction like Twin Twister, and like other stuff. It's so crazy that even though this deck definitely wants to go first, it can definitely go second and disrupt your opponent's field and maybe play around some negations or play into negations or interruptions, and you still have follow a plays after that. That's again so stupid, right? So going for Azathoth, just in case with Valor and Nibiru in hand. Valor could have, well, it doesn't really matter, right? With all the costs, most of them are costs. I'm looking at Chick, Kaleido Chick as well. But yeah, mainly Chick, right? But you know what I mean. Setting up the graveyard for Strix has only one target, but that target is quite important of extending your place. And that's going for Zephyros, reusing your Tiger, etc, etc. Going for Tornado Dragon. Since I don't think I can go for a game, not really sure because of the 3 monsters here. Perpetua, again, probably attaching something during the next turn, yeah, during my opponent's turn, right? And yeah, sadly no Appaloosa, but again, have the interruption with Redower to send something back from the yeah, from my opponent's field back to the deck. I have Tornado Dragon to pop something, Call by the Grave as an interruption, so okay, I'm pretty much set to go, especially because this is my opponent's 3rd turn. So I think I should have this one right, and of course playing into the interruption, and this is game, or should be game. Again, not playing, did we know the Nibiru? Was no, we don't know Nibiru, but again, there's like no reason not to go for Appaloosa, since I do have enough damage, or you know, the ability to pump out many monsters to eventually attack for games. So revealing the Nibiru indeed, as we you know, could have smelled, it was there. Again, there was no reason to go for other links, right? So another example, going second again, and this opening hand is well, it's decent, I guess, with the Time Thief as well, the tanky, but a lot of monsters. And the thing here is that if the opponent is ending with a couple of negations, this might turn out bad because of the, well, or maybe if I'm unlucky with the danger hits, right? Since that's still the weakness of this deck is that cards like a face-up Nessie or a face-up Jackalope, they don't really do anything, and that's where the extra deck might need some changes, as I might want to add in Curious as well, and Griffin, you know, Curious Griffin combo of searching or indirectly searching Imperial Order or stuff like that. So that's still the small weakness of this deck, is that you need to make use, or try to make use of your level 3, your level 7, your not level 4s on the field, if that makes sense. So, okay, there are the Nightmares as well, and speaking of Orcust, is that no way again Orcust will be, will survive like 1 or 2 ban lists by the time you're getting Master Rule 2020. Anyway, last example, going first and finally Call by the Grave, that's good. So now I can freely set up my plays, going for Chick, and definitely go for Azathoth first, make sure that Naira will eventually trigger the Yellow Martin, getting an extra search. Azathoth on the, was it 4th or 5th summon? Yeah, I think it was the 5th, making Nibiru useless because of, you know, Azathoth's effect. Will directly go in text, I guess, as soon as it's hitting the field. Anyway, Redower banishing itself, you know, getting those special summons, Double Tiger, such a broken card. The Barricade Blocker, I believe the name is played because of the discard cost, or this discarding a card, right, setting it up in your graveyard. You don't need to search something, I believe it searches or gets something back during the end phase. But the discard thingy is much more important, and that's the reason why you're playing that. So Redower again and Perpetua as well. Interruptions for days, I guess, so Appaloosa of course, and the battle phase, yeah, it's main phase 2 now, so I can freely use Appaloosa negates. But again, make sure that I can attack for a game next turn without at least risking myself getting Nibiru, and that's something I definitely don't want. I could have gone for a Time Thief effect, Reborn something. But this should be the 4th summon, if I'm not mistaken, and this is more than enough, right, to attack for a game. So no reason to risk anything, and yeah, I'm definitely happy with this deck. But again, by the time we are getting Master Rule 2020, there might be some cards we might miss, and that's maybe a limitation on tanky. I'm looking at maybe the Lunalight package that might get hit. Azathoth, no way that is going to survive into the Doom Master Rule mechanic. But yeah, as a whole, definitely a fun deck. The rank 4 spam deck, other options, Curious as well, Unicorn, Masquerina, maybe Impermanence if you want Imperial Order because of the Griffin combo. The Utopia package with, you know, like to attack for game, you know, the 10k Utopia, definitely an option. Going for the F-Zero as well, the small F-Zero package is also okay. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.